Kerr County.
Fox Weather's Katie Byrne in Kerrville. President Trump's posted a letter to Canada's Prime Minister Carney threatening 35% tariffs on Canadian imports starting August 1st. A Columbia University grad student who led pro-Palestinian protests is suing the Trump administration over his 104-day detention.
Weeks after a federal judge released him, Mahmoud Khalil is still fighting efforts to deport him. And now he's also seeking $20 million in damages, accusing the Trump administration of false arrest and imprisonment, abuse of process, and malicious prosecution.
What I'm asking for, it's either this sum of money or an apology, an official apology from the administration for the wrongdoings that they did against me and against others as well.
Khalil tells the Associated Press accountability is needed, or he says abuse of power will go unchecked. A Homeland Security official calls Khalil's claims absurd, accusing him of terrorizing Jewish students on campus and saying the administration acted well within its authority. Lisa Brady, Fox News.
State Department officially notifies employees that layoff notices are coming. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Shot in the neck. Your radar is clear. It's 74 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 93 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. That's what Indianapolis police say happened early this morning in a neighborhood near the intersection of 19th Street and Rule Street on the city's east side. The cops found a man in a backyard and the paramedics took him to the hospital. Police say another person involved stayed at the scene and told detectives that an argument led up to the shooting. Here's IMPD Captain John Arvin.
That person was also transported to a local hospital with a complaint of pain to his neck. So detectives will be speaking with him as soon as possible. They'll also try to get a hold of the victim, of course, when he comes out of surgery, if he makes it into surgery, and try to get some details on exactly what happened.
And the operative word is if, because the man is in bad shape. Police are still looking into this. Heat and thunderstorms. John Herrick reports on how those will affect your weekend.
Several thunderstorms that could be strong are expected to move in.
I think much of the state's going to be affected on Saturday. Can't really say whether the north or the south is going to see greater coverage.
Greg Mello with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says on Sunday the southern portions of the state are likely to get heavier rainfall. Humidity sticks around that whole time, but temperatures are expected to cool down next week. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson told members of the Indianapolis legal community yesterday that she's concerned about the state of democracy. Speaking at a luncheon hosted by the Indianapolis Bar Association at the Indiana Convention Center, Jackson said that she wants people to pay close attention to what's going on in your government. Still searching for consistency. Indiana Fever looked to turn things around tonight against the Atlanta Dream. Indiana's Sophie Cunningham says the team cannot get caught up in what it wants to be.
All of us just want it now. We know what the potential of this team can be, but we can't think about that. You really have to take day to day, and stuff that worked here, we need to carry it over to tomorrow's game. We have a lot of games coming up.
And Indiana Fever have dropped 2 games in a row. Tip-off at 7:30 tonight at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
Hey, what's your favorite exhibit at the Indianapolis Zoo? Mine's got to be, hands down, the dolphin shows. They're awesome. Sun's out, animals are out. Let's make it a zoo day. The Indianapolis Zoo is the perfect summer escape, and AAA Hoosier Motor Club is helping you get there and beyond. AAA has now officially partnered with the Indianapolis Zoo, bringing exclusive new perks. Like all year long, AAA members can save up to 35% on general admission e-tickets.
Going to the Indianapolis Zoo, always a blast. Same with going on vacation. So if you're planning a summer road trip or maybe a staycation, it might be the perfect time to join AAA. Plus, if you run into trouble on the road, AAA has you covered. Flat tire, dead battery, run out of gas, lock your keys in the car. AAA is there 24/7, 365, no matter where your travels take you. So this summer, do yourself a favor and join AAA today. Visit AAA.com for more information about the new Indianapolis Zoo partnership and other great member savings.
Okay, we're up in Madison County and northbound 69 north of State Road 32. That's going to be a crash blocking the left lane. Southbound lanes are completely closed, so if you're inbound right now, say from Marion, southbound 69 is closed from State Road 332 to State Road 32. We'll have to find another way around, but that is happening up in Madison and Delaware counties right now. As we look at northbound 465 on the east side, looks good from Penn Pike up to 69. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance offers auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options. Visit Progressive.com today. Again, that's Progressive.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Drew Narsutis, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Not much, just hoping for a pretty nice start to the day. We had some dying storms move in from Illinois and just a little extra cloud cover early. We should be seeing sunshine return pretty soon before a few extra clouds come back into the forecast this afternoon, but likely rain-free for most of central Indiana. Chances for storms get heavier as we move into the weekend.
That's Drew Narsutis, direct and to the point, and wants none of our nonsense.
No, you're fine. I'm curious. I have a question. Why don't you ever chop it up with the traffic guy? Why is it always the weather people?
Because you mean, first of all, okay, had to take that all in, make sure I understood it. When you say chop it up, do you mean what exactly does chop it up mean to you?
I guess chop it up. Maybe I'm using it wrong, but I think of it as like, you banter with him. You have a little fun. I guess it's not fun to talk about traffic, perhaps, but...
Do you not think I abuse, because you meant abuse, do you not think I abuse Matt Bear on a regular basis?
And traffic's not fun to talk about? What about that?
What is that?
Traffic's fun to talk
about.
about.
I'm outnumbered here. All right, I'm gonna.
I'm just saying, you've insulted Matt Bear.
Which is the better interstate, I-70
Matt.
or I-65?
Whichever one goes up to Chicago.
Okay, 65 it is. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Who asked that question?
People
Traffic
people that like talking about traffic, Tony.
Well, secondly, may I say for the record that Matt Bear plays an integral part in the show with the marketplace and name that TV theme song and a series of quips that can only happen in a spontaneous moment. Matt is a huge part of the show, and without him, we would all die.
I'm a rooster illusion.
That's that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. So there is chopping up, which is now
good.
my new favorite term.
I must have missed that part. Yeah.
Oh God, Drew, I almost think you came out swinging.
Almost. Yeah, I bunted.
Right?
At least I came up to the plate.
And I don't know if you were coming at me or you were coming at Matt. Now I have a concern.
I've always loved Drew. I always thought Drew was outstanding.
Matt and I go way back.
We graduated from Hanover together.
It's not true.
Oh, well, no, but it could be. I mean, somewhere.
Listen, maybe I took it wrong. Maybe it's early in the morning. It's very, very possible that I came out a little too guns a-blazing, so I apologize, Drew Narsutis. I just thought you had you were quick. The weather report was boom, done, get me out of here. And I think it's because you wanted to avoid this moment. Am I correct?
No, I mean, I'm totally fine with this, but I do eventually have to get back to my job.
Ah, please. Please. I've seen Randy Alice do this job. What do you have? What are we getting back to here? This is a better place to be. You can say quite literally anything you want. You don't have to wear pants. This place is amazing.
All right. Well, maybe I made the wrong choice in careers then.
No. You should take a look at your checkbook. You made the right career choice. You made the absolutely TV over radio every day of the week. His name is Drew Narsutis. And I'm going to assume that it was me, and he was not guns a-blazing trying to discount Matt Bear. That's what I'm going to say. That was my interpretation. I apologize. I'm going to go with that.
All right. Have a great rest of your morning, fellas.
Just curious, Matt and producer Carl, how cringy did I make it?
I think Drew's awesome. I think Drew's fantastic.
I was going for cringe right there.
Well, you got it. You nailed it. Landed. It landed.
Okay. It landed upside down. That's how that landed. Man, there's gonna be emails. Now I feel bad. Now I feel terrible.
Emails? What'd you do?
Oh, I think we all know what I did. I took a very benign comment, and I made him wonder why he does this job. That's what I did.
Carl's going to have to do the weather the rest of the day.
That's all right. He was born for it. 71 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:11. Sometimes an apology matters. It's heartfelt. It's meant. Right? Drew Narsutis did nothing wrong, and look at me, savaging the guy. Shame. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. And there are some apologies that are nonsense, and we know this. The minute we hear it, we're like, yeah, that's not a thing. Not at all a thing. One of those is from this doctor who, when the floods came in Texas, over 100 dead, there are still 170 people missing. This is a horror story. When the storms came, when the floods came, she put out a post saying, oh, well, Trump supporters. Her post read, may all visitors, children, non-MAGA voters, and pets be safe and dry. Kerr County MAGA voted to gut FEMA. They deny climate change. May they get what they voted for. Bless their hearts. She's now apologizing for this after she was fired. I speak to you as a mother, a neighbor, a pediatrician, and a human being who is deeply sorry. This is the statement she wrote. I understand my comment caused immense pain to those suffering indescribable grief, and for that I am truly sorry. I want it known I never called for her to be fired. I wouldn't go to her as a doctor. It is amazing now when I have the opportunity, I check what my doctors are about. There's only one recently for something that I didn't have an opportunity to, for something I needed done. I'll check it all. Trust, faith. Oh, no. This kind of madness, I absolutely believe affects care. And the medical world better get on this. You start putting out your politics like this, people will wonder if they can get actual care from you. Would you go to this doctor? Not a chance. Send your kids to this doctor? No way. I didn't call for her to be fired. That's up to her and her employer. Accept an apology? You can if you choose. I don't get to decide that. But that is a nonsense BS apology. My apology to Drew Narsutis. Well, I actually do feel bad. I think he made a very benign comment, playing along, and I just knocked him over the head. I just knocked him over the head. Not cool. Not cool. He didn't deserve that. He deserved better. So, Drew, you're welcome on the show anytime. Anytime. But you should know that I abuse Matt Baer on the daily, and he abuses. He doesn't really abuse. He more just goes with the flow. It's a great relationship. Thank you. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick, an Indiana startup taking off at 6:32. Nominations are now open for IBJ's Women of Influence Awards. Submit your nomination by August 1st at IBJ.com. Then join us in October to honor the class of 2025.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Baer, what's going on?
Yeah, Tony, we're up in Delaware County, heading to Madison County, and southbound 69 is shut down between State Road 332 and State Road 32 because of a crash. If you're heading northbound up to Fort Wayne from Indianapolis, the left lane's going to be closed between between 32 and 332. Okay, so southbound closed, northbound one lane open, all because of this crash. So please take caution when you're up near that Daleville Yorktown exit. And traffic sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance with insurance for cars, home, boat, motorcycles, RVs, and commercial vehicles at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. That's 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
71 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:15.
The doctor's office that accidentally mixed up your files has your social security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info. And the hotel that lost your reservation has your passport number. You need LifeLock because your personal info is in endless places that can expose you to identity thieves. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
For just a moment, imagine life without joint pain. Erase the constant ache in your knees, hips, or shoulders. Imagine moving with ease, unafraid of that next jolt of pain. At QC Kinetics, we believe your health is your greatest investment, and we're here to help you regain it. Our advanced regenerative therapies revitalize damaged joint tissue with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. It's not just about relieving pain, it's about restoring your freedom and confidence. Imagine golfing, hiking, or just walking without hesitation. Imagine waking up every morning without pain holding you back. With QC Kinetics, you can turn those dreams into reality by investing in something priceless, your health. Find out if you're a viable candidate by requesting a free consultation today. Call 463-842-1361. What's your health worth to you? If it's worth a free call and consultation, here's the number: 463-842-1361. 463-842-1361.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
At Puccini's, we think less screen time and more quality mealtime is the better way. Eat, talk, and dine with less blue light glaring or talking heads blaring while enjoying great food at a reasonable price is the Puccini's way. Dine in for hot, delicious food prepared fresh and to your liking. If you need anything, we're right there so you'll leave full and happy. We have delivery options and carryout, but let's start dining in together again the way we all used to enjoy so much.
Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning. Jim Scott is the owner, and he says they stand behind their work just like American Standard stands behind their equipment.
We give everybody a 3-year labor warranty, and then the manufacturer gives 10 years. So, yeah, people are pretty well set.
If you're in Clinton, Boone, or Hamilton County, call Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning, 765-601-1461. Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Quality Supply and Tool, your premier supplier of construction equipment, tools, and supplies, is hiring CDL drivers. Call Brian Myers at 317-690-2016.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
So it's not one story, not two, but 3 stories. And no, I'm not talking about the largest teachers union putting out a letter showing how anti-Trump they were, or they are, and then misspelling the word fascism. No. That's just hilarious. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Hey, lots of people misspell things all the time. But when you're the teachers union, you're held to a different standard, which would be great if we actually did that. And then we broke the union in two, because the standard should be educating students, and that's not their business at all. Said it, meant it, not apologizing for it. No, the story is twofold. First, you have the violence that has broken out in Los Angeles. Then you have violence where you have the FBI seeking a gunman and Antifa guy in Texas. And then we've got this story right here out of Indiana involving the Attorney General, Todd Rokita. We start in Los Angeles. Immigration raid at cannabis farm leads to violence in Camarillo. So you have federal agents that were carrying out an immigration sweep at cannabis farms in Southern California. I'm not saying the cannabis farm in and of itself was illegal. We're talking about the people who work there. And I want it for the record stated that I said that President Trump was wrong. We don't allow people who work on farms, right? And people can decide what a farm is for themselves, I guess, who are here legally to stay because the farmers need them. No. If we say no to illegal immigration, we say no. And we should. I don't care how much money they bring in. We have to be a country of laws, and we can bring people back, vetted, understood, etc. So you've got these people working at this farm in Camarillo is in Ventura County. You have this raid that begins. Those who work there start scattering and fighting. Tear gas from the federal officers. People learn of the raid and start showing up and attacking the ICE agents, attacking the federal immigration agents who are involved in this sweep. They had a search warrant. There was a serious conversation about what these people were doing. 8 unaccompanied migrant children were recovered at the farm, according to Bill Malugin of Fox News. And that means that there could be child labor at play. And yet, the anti-American, anti-West, pro-violence crowd, also known as the Democratic Party, they are attacking the federal officials for doing their job. This takes us to the story from Andy No. Last name is spelled Ngo. There is an FBI manhunt underway for an Antifa member named Benjamin Hanil Song, S-O-N-G. He is wanted for attempted murder, considered armed and dangerous, which, as we're seeing from the left, not surprising. This is Alvarado, Texas. And police and federal agents find themselves fired upon by a group of heavily armed militants dressed in black. An officer was shot in the neck. And there is video of this guy running and firing a weapon. And some people want to argue that it wasn't a gun. We're not sure what it was. Okay, sure. Sure. So this is 2 different places, 2 different attacks on law enforcement for doing their job, and the job that should be done, the job that America voted for them to do. And instead of disagreeing, you are engaged in this level of violence, and this violence is only starting. I said this the other day, and I want to make sure I'm quoted. These progressives have gotten the taste for blood. They took a look at that Luigi loser who murdered the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson. And they said, more of that. At that moment, you understand that it was maybe the biggest signal flare that this was acceptable. You take a look at everything they did on college campuses, because it's the same group of people. All of these people, whether they're on college campuses trying to stop students from walking or screaming how they're pro-Palestinian, they're pro-terrorist. And these groups who are attacking ICE, they're all the same people. They want to destroy. They want to put an end to Western civilization. They want to tear it all down. It is us or them. This brings us to Todd Rokita, the Attorney General, who is claiming that a man arrested a second time for attempted rape in Bloomington, the WTHR with the reporting, is an illegal immigrant, and that the Monroe County Sheriff ignored a request from immigration authorities to hold him until he could be deported. The sheriff says that ICE never asked. Now, if the Attorney General wants to come on and further explain the story, I would love to hear it. Manuel Lopez. That's not a typo. Arrested and charged with attempted rape, criminal confinement, and battery resulting in bodily injury. Accused of trying to rape a woman on a walking trail on July 2nd, months after he took a plea deal in a separate attempted rape case from last summer. This guy's in the country illegally and he's still on the streets? I want to hear from the Monroe County Sheriff. And I want to hear from Chief Bailey in Indianapolis. This has been our question, sir. If Marion County, if IMPD is asked to assist immigration officials, will the IMPD do it? Yes or no? We've got the executive order from the governor, Mike Braun. I'm asking, will you do it? And this is where all of a sudden I can't get a word from the IMPD. Well, here it is. Would you have cooperated with ICE? Would you have informed them, yes or no? Carl, send the question again, please. Utilizing this as the example, what would the IMPD have done in this case? What would Chief Bailey have done in this case? Will you do that?
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Every state is a border state, and it is clear that there is one political party very much against America actually functioning. Not because I say so, but because they show you so. Matt Bear's got traffic.
All right, Delaware County, good morning. If you're southbound 69 coming down from Marion or Fort Wayne, southbound 69 is closed from State Road 332 to State Road 32 because of a crash. Northbound 69 before State Road 332, same crash here. The left lane is blocked, so if you're outbound, it's going to take you a little bit more. If you're coming southbound, you're going to have to reroute. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance with insurance for cars, home, boat, motorcycles, RVs, and commercial vehicles at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. That's 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's Casey from the Kendall and Casey Show, and there is a 60s rock band that is taking the Spotify charts by storm. However, they're an AI-generated group. Join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Race Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off or schedule a pickup, and you'll put cash in your pocket. Raise Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
California pot farms raided by ICE. Your radar is clear at 74 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 93 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. Protests broke out during ICE raids on 2 marijuana farms in California Thursday.
Dozens of people were taken into custody during an immigration sweep at 2 farming facilities there. Tear gas and smoke bombs deployed after protesters pelted agents with rocks, and federal authorities are now on the lookout.
Fox's Doug Lazater says one of the protesters fired his weapon at cops.
Now this from a U.S. attorney for the Central District of California who posted on X. The FBI has issued a $50,000 award for information leading to the conviction of an unknown subject who appeared to fire a pistol at federal law enforcement officers.
These raids happened in Ventura County, California, about 70 miles northwest of downtown L.A. Garbage bins might overflow soon across Georgia, Illinois, Washington, and California as the Teamsters prepare for a nationwide strike. Fox 2 San Francisco's Ali Rasmus reports from a neighborhood in San Francisco where they're already feeling the impact.
There are 24 Bay Area cities affected by this, from Fairfield to San Jose, Pinole to Piedmont, Half Moon Bay to Newark. Some residents we spoke to this morning in Fremont say they're sympathetic to garbage collectors wanting better wages, but they're concerned about the trash piling up.
In Boston, more than 400 trash collectors walked off the job on Tuesday. Superman flies into theaters with his dog by his side. Here's Fox's Michelle Polino.
Crypto.
James Gunn's Superman hits theaters. The film stars David Corn Sweat as the Man of Steel, a.k.a. Clark Kent. The Daily Planet reporter in Gunn's version of the film, which has drawn some criticism as being woke because of Gunn's use of Superman's alien status as an immigration allegory. Superman tries to reconcile his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing as Kent from Smallville, Kansas, all while fighting off global enemies like Lex Luthor and falling in love with fellow reporter Lois Lane, played by the marvelous Mrs. Maisels, Rachel Brosnahan. The film also marks the first live-action appearance of Krypto, the Superdog. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Over the past 11 years, Dan O'Toole has gone from drawing a business idea on a napkin to ringing the opening bell on the NASDAQ stock market. He beat the U.S. Postal Service and Amazon to the patent office by a matter of days. His drone delivery company, Fishers-based Arrive AI, is evolving into an autonomous delivery network that utilizes drones and robots to make deliveries. When Arrive received its 8th U.S. patent last month, its stock price jumped from around $6 to $15 on trading of 41 million shares.
We think we're the next big platform company. We have the market opportunities the largest in the world. 165 million addresses here in the U.S. That number grows by 4,000 addresses every day. If you look at the top 7 companies in the Fortune 100, they're all platform businesses. Meta, Facebook, Google, Amazon, others. We think we've got that scalability.
An independent hospital for 100 years, Logansport Memorial Hospital has now joined Fort Wayne-based Parkview Health. Logansport Memorial officially joined Parkview July 1, a move the healthcare system says was necessary to keep up its level of services in Cass County. An 83-bed full-service hospital, Logansport Memorial has been renamed Parkview Logansport. Decatur Plastic Products, an automotive components manufacturer in North Vernon, is under new ownership. The company's assets have been acquired by Elton Manufacturing on Ontario, Canada, though financial terms were not disclosed. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Do you own an import-export business? If so, your company could save time and money with foreign trade zones. FTZs are designated sites across the United States where you can reduce, defer, and even eliminate import duties, helping you stay competitive in the global marketplace. If you're interested in becoming an FTZ, the Indianapolis Airport Authority can sponsor your application and start you on the path to savings, because smart companies get in the zone. Learn more at inzone.org.
Indiana's economy is on the move, and every region has a role to play. Join IBJ Media and Inside Indiana Business for the Innovate Indiana series, presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. We're traveling to 10 regions across the state to spotlight business growth, workforce development, innovation, and Indiana's tech hubs. Don't miss this front row look at Indiana's future and the growth opportunities in your region. Find out when we'll be in your area at ibj.com/innovate. A business consulting franchise based in West Palm Beach, Florida, has opened a new location in Fort Wayne. Exit Factor specializes in exit planning for small to mid-sized companies in the nonprofit and small business sectors. The company now has nearly 36 locations across the United States. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
All right, going from Delaware to Madison County, like Fort Wayne down to Indianapolis, southbound 69, full closure between State Road 332 and State Road 32. That's because, as it's being reported right now, a fatal crash. Rerouting drivers can exit at State Road 332, that's exit 241. Travel east to State Road 9, then south back to I-69. That's a reroute that can be used if you choose to do so. By the way, northbound 69, like you're going up to Fort Wayne, that crash is also being worked on the northbound side before State Road 332. The left lane is blocked. Looking at the south side, northbound 65 slows from Raymond Street up to the south split because of construction, and northbound 65 beginning to drag out of the north split to West Street. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Makes summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry! Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt Bear. Fantastic human being. 71 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:37. We check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's going on?
Tony, good morning. The Pacers open up their summer league schedule with a win, helped out by plays like this.
Dyson loses it. Peter takes advantage. Peter in the open court. Dunks it. And the Pacers lead by 1. 55 and a half seconds to go.
And that's NBA TV on the call. Talon Peters dunk, giving the Pacers a 112-111 win over the Cavaliers. The Pacers are back at it tomorrow against the Oklahoma City Thunder in Summer League play. Snapping a 2-game losing streak is the goal for the Indiana Fever as they host the Atlanta Dream tonight.
Everyone saw that we kind of got some flow when Kate was hurt and our offense was clicking, but now we have to have a new offense when she's in there because she just brings that much to the game, and so we have to adjust.
And that's Indiana guard Sophie Cunningham. The Fever and the Dream tip off at 7:30 tonight. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
You'll be one smart cookie when you try Bluebell Cookie Cake Ice Cream. A sweet cream ice cream loaded with chocolate chip cookie cake pieces and swirls of chocolate and vanilla icing. This cookie cake ice cream really takes the cake.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell Ice Cream at your local grocer and pick up your favorite flavor today.
Trust employee owned. B Windows extending our employee discount to you. Up to 55% off, plus 18 months, no interest, no payments. Trust your home to be.
So, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson was in Indianapolis. I do want to get to that story and what it is she said, because I'm here to tell you I've read part of her comments, and her comments do not make me feel better about her as a justice. It doesn't make me feel better that her engagement of the Constitution is based on the Constitution. She is all in her feelings, and I cannot describe to you how much I don't care about her feelings. Also, that said, I don't care about the feelings of Samuel Alito. I care about what the Constitution says and what it doesn't say. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. And throughout, she's making excuses for her. She's making excuses for her emotions. And, ooh, there's an issue here. I will get to that story. But I caught this about DUI rates and the cars that people drive. It was a story out of Fox 59. I'm like, there's no way that this is a thing. But it turns out it is. Lending Tree has a list. Worst cities for drunken driving, which you should never do. Don't. We live in the world of Uber. There's just no need. There's just no reason. Ridiculous stuff. Right? Gen Z most likely to be caught driving under the influence. Millennials aren't far behind. All right, they're younger. They're dumber. Guys, I don't think that you're dumb. I just think that you think that you're invincible, and you learn over time, not so much. And hopefully you learn while you're still alive. But it goes through this list. And this list includes that if you take a look at popular car brands, and Matt Baer, I'll ask you, from the WIBC Traffic Center, host of the Supporting Sobriety podcast with Ryan Hedrick, if you were to guess which car brand associates with the highest DUI rates, Matt Baer, what car brand would that be?
Oh, wow. I'm going to say the highest DW. It has to be something fast. Has to be something you want to drive, especially intoxicated. I'm going to go with a luxury car. I'm going to say the Mercedes-Benz.
Ooh, very, very close. It is Audi.
Yeah.
Audi drivers have the highest rate of DUIs in Indiana, 9.64 DUIs per 1,000.
Now, okay. That's... Yeah, Audi makes sense to me. I had to think about it for a second. But yeah, Audi, BMW, maybe Mercedes, all those got to go together.
And number two? Number two.
Okay. Ford Focus.
Ah, close. The Ram pickup.
Almost.
By the way, someone just texted me the Dodge Ram 2500 with a Cummins. Like they were very detailed. Like they had experience.
2014 Chevy Silverado.
6.56 DUIs per 1,000, and then followed by Cadillac, Chrysler, and Dodge. So there it is. Those are the list is nutty. We got there's 100 pieces of information here to break down. I'm going to do it. So to the Audi drivers, beautiful vehicle. Hey, how about just being safe? I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just telling you what the data says, and how we're all going to give you a wide berth. That's it. That is all that I'm saying. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Hammer and Nigel.
Now, the idea of Uber goes against everything we were taught as kids, though.
What's that?
Never get into a car with a stranger.
But there's betting.
Now we pay for it. We're literally paying the stranger to take us somewhere.
But at least there's some sort of vetting. You know the name of the person coming.
So you'll know your kidnapper. It's like having an alarm on your car. Great, I can hear it being stolen.
Hammer and Nigel, weekdays 3 till 7 on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com. The news everyone's talking about, you'll find it at WIBC.com. The latest from City Hall, the White House, or the State House. Updated all day. Don't miss what matters. Stay in the know while you're on the go at WIBC and WIBC.com.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's going on?
Yeah, Tony, we have a fatal crash this morning, and it's closed southbound 69 in Delaware County. The closure is from State Road 332 to State Road 32. Northbound lanes also have the left lane closed as the investigation and cleanup continues. But again, southbound 69 shut down at State Road 332 because of a crash to reroute posted at WIBC traffic and at Baton traffic. Now on the south side, northbound 65 slowing down after Keystone to the south split because of construction, and northbound 65 slow from Meridian Penn to West Street. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now with Dream Baths by B. Get 2 bathroom remodels for the price of 1, plus a free entry door in 24 months, same as cash with 0 interest. Trust local, trust employee owned, trust your home. To bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
71 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, haven't seen you around the gym for a while. Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get. Could it be lower testosterone? Lower T. Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2. Total T2, the new one I've seen on TV. Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours. It actually works? I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I've got more energy, better results in the gym, and things are even better in the bedroom. Send them a text and get a complimentary bottle.
Text now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 testosterone brand at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. Text Rocky to 369-369. That's ROCKY to 369-369. Rocky to 369-369.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, it's T. Brian Hayes here from the Retirement Money Matters Show. Well, 2025 is half over, and that means it's checkup time. Many people have checkups from their doctor at this time of year to evaluate their health and make adjustments if necessary. The same thing needs to be done with your retirement plan. Join me this weekend as we prepare you for your mid-year retirement checkup by going over some vital information from the retirement doctor. The Retirement Money Matters Show airs this Saturday morning at 6 a.m. right here on WIBC.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-557-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
It's Andy Moore's Summer Tent Sale in Avon. 4 days only, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. You'll find more savings, more selection, more than 1,000 used cars priced to move, plus our lowest lease deals of the summer. Shop Andy Moore Avon Nissan, Kia, Toyota, and Volkswagen, all packed under one tent on Rockville Road, East US Highway 36. Get more for your money, only at Andy Moore Avon and online at andymore.com.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577.
For service today?
Today.
So Mahmoud Khalil is now suing the Trump administration. So what? I don't care who this bigot sues. It doesn't mean anything. Doesn't move anybody. This is the guy from Colombia, the My View terrorist activist. Well, if you're supporting the Palestinians, you're supporting Hamas. It's what you're doing. You were proactive in trying to prevent kids from crossing campuses. You were proactive, in my view, in intimidation. Remember, I'm giving you my opinion here. Filing a $20 million lawsuit against the administration saying he was falsely imprisoned, maliciously prosecuted, and smeared as an anti-Semite. Man, you should see what happens on Twitter every day. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Dear Lord, oh, come on. I get the stuff. And admittedly, there's been a while there was like nothing, and then lately it's picked up because there are some crazies, and as they've gotten much more willing. Much more willing in indeed. Where was the last one? Admit it, Tony Katz. You and your people think us Christians are stupid and will believe anything. Guess what? You are beholden to us, bitch. That was the last one. Guys, what? What do you think's happening in my life every day? Everybody's life is different. People get more, people get less. This is mine. This is mine right here. I have no idea why Christians harbor these Jews. They don't believe in Christ. This is the stuff that I get on the social medias. Right? There's all sorts of things that take place. Khalil was arrested regarding his so-called activism. That was intimidation and a series of other things. Harassment, etc. He is not a citizen of the United States. And what made him think that this was allowable? He wants to sue. If you have the ability to sue, go ahead. I think that the student groups there, whether they be Jewish or not, should be suing him. What, is he tough? Dude, it's litigation. You think Trump's worried about litigation? You think any of the rest of us are? Let's go about suing him. Everybody. A good 100, 200 suits. Oh, Tony, well, those are slap lawsuits. A slap suit. A strategic lawsuit against public participation. It's about the idea of suing somebody so they can't respond to something, so you keep them from being able to be doing their other work. These things are a problem. I don't disagree. But, I mean, if we're going to be dealing with nonsense, let's just get all the nonsense. And he is, in my view, engaged in harassment. Let's let a court break that down. Let's go. Yeah, people are going to get worked up about this kind of stuff, and my advice is don't be. My only advice is, in all these things, as we've seen with the ICE agents and everything else, and we're learning more and more about this raid that took place in Camarillo in California, where Gavin Newsom, the most ridiculous governor, is calling Donald Trump scum for this raid that took place at this cannabis farm, where they had warrants, and he writes, kids are running from tear gas, crying on the phone because their mother was just taken from them. Trump calls me new scum, but he's the real scum. Children were found on this cannabis farm, 8 of them unaccompanied, and now there's an investigation into child labor. Bring kids across the border illegally and just turn them into slaves. And Gavin Newsom thinks that finding that and stopping that is the problem. I've got updates on this story. They are coming. Right now, Matt Barrett's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
All right, Tony, coming in from Delaware County. This is southbound 69 that's closed to State Road 332 Yorktown because of a fatal crash and involved a motorcycle. Ryan's going to tell you about that coming up during the 7 o'clock newscast. But you do have to reroute if you're coming southbound 69, say, from Marion or Fort Wayne, and that reroute could begin at State Road 332. It's posted at WIBC Traffic if you want to check it out before you leave. Northbound 65 slows after Keystone Avenue up to the South Split because of construction obstruction. Northbound 65 slow out of the north split to west. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
You know exactly why you need to remodel that kitchen of yours. The space, it's outdated. You can't move around like you used to. It doesn't work like it needs to. You want to entertain and you want to improve your quality of life. This can happen, just not with the kitchen you have. You need to call Booher Remodeling, BOOHER, BooherRemodeling.com. They can take that old kitchen that's deteriorating and broken down and turn it into something that works for you and your family. Their 5-step design process from start to finish, the consultation, the preliminary design, the design development, getting all the documents together, and then getting it done. The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in Central Indiana. Booher Remodeling will guide you through the entire process, starting with a free initial consultation, and they stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. Create that new kitchen. Design experts can use an existing layout or begin completely from scratch. Talk to Booher Remodeling today. BOOHER, BooherRemodeling.com. That's BooherRemodeling.com.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through July 21st, new customers can get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $69 a month for 24 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, find out how to get a $500 prepaid card for your business. Call and switch to Comcast Business today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Hi, this is Zach from Ingledow Tree Experts. When it comes to the health and beauty of your trees, trust Ingledow Tree Experts. Our certified arborists ensure your trees are trimmed, removed, and cared for with precision. Summer is the perfect time to schedule fall pruning. Call now for your free estimate and let us handle the hard work. 317-903-0102 or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com for more information. Ingledow Tree Experts, where your trees come first.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings. Also, stop smoking with Mark Patrick. Destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Seminars July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 p.m. And Saturday, August 2nd at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, I'll tell you why traffic is stalled along a Indiana highway this morning. Gunshots and crime scene tape in a neighborhood on Indianapolis's east side, and what forecasters are saying about your chances for some rough weather this weekend. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 7 o'clock.
Pro
Protesters clashed with ICE agents in California. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. It happened during one of at least 2 large-scale raids in the region. Immigration agents had arrest warrants for allegedly illegal workers at a state-licensed marijuana farm in Camarillo, California.
The crowd runs as canisters of gas hit the ground off Laguna Road, where protesters have been facing off with Homeland Security officers carrying out an operation at a local farm. Federal personnel using gas to push back protesters who've gotten word of the operation. Cherokee County Fire confirming their units were dispatched to provide medical aid along the road for people who'd called 911 after getting hit with the gas or rubber bullets.
Fox 11 LA's Christina Gonzalez. Secretary of State Rubio has met with his Chinese counterpart at an Asia summit in Malaysia.
There are always going to be issues that we disagree on. I think there's some areas of potential cooperation.
Without discussing any particular dates in mind, he says there is a high probability of a meeting between President Trump and China's President Xi. The Trump administration is blocking immigrants in the country illegally and undocumented kids from several government programs.
Several federal agencies are taking steps to prevent immigrants living illegally in the country from accessing federal benefits, including Head Start, family planning, mental health and substance abuse support, and workforce development grants. The White House says it is the biggest step in 30 years to protect taxpayer-funded benefits for American citizens and will preserve $40 billion. President Trump signed an executive order in February requiring administration officials to identify all federally funded programs allowing undocumented immigrants to obtain benefits, saying at the time there is a compelling government interest to remove incentives for illegal immigration. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
President Trump is expected to meet with first responders and grieving families today in Kerrville, Texas, a week after flash flooding that's killed at least 120 people. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What's happening near Muncie this morning? Your radar is clear. It's 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 91 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. A person was killed in a crash that has both sides of I-69 and Delaware County shut down right now. It happened just before 5 a.m. near mile marker 236 west of Muncie and north of Daleville. Matt Bear has more information coming up in minutes in the WIBC Traffic Center. A man shot in the neck this morning on Indianapolis's east side, say police. IMPD Captain John Arvin says that by the time the cops got to a neighborhood at a home near 19th and Rural Streets, they found a man in a backyard shot in the neck. They found another man who said to detectives that an argument started and somebody fired their weapon.
That person was also transported to a local hospital with a complaint of pain to his neck. So detectives will be speaking with him as soon as possible. They'll also try to get a hold of the victim, of course, when he comes out of surgery, if he makes it into surgery, and try to get some details on exactly what happened.
And police are still looking into this. Severe weather could happen this weekend.
Pretty much a statewide threat, although as you go across the state on Saturday, it's going to be more to the north, maybe like Muncie up to Fort Wayne is where severe weather would be focused, then across into like northern Ohio.
Alex McGinnis, a meteorologist at the National Weather Service, says damaging winds are probably the biggest threat you'll face. One man died in a crash that happened early Thursday morning on the southwest side of Indianapolis. Here's John Harris.
It happened around 2 o'clock on I-465 southbound. A Honda Civic had hit the median barrier. Then along came a motorcycle.
After he hit the median barrier, bounced his car back into the left lane of I-465. And it was several moments later, long enough that we actually had a witness standing outside the vehicle checking on the first car when the motorcycle came along and struck the wreckage.
State Police Sergeant John Perrine says the man in the Civic has been identified as Edward Perez of Indianapolis. He was charged with drunk driving. The person on the motorcycle died at the scene. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Fort Wayne Fire Department Merit Commission has approved an expedited plan to hire and train new firefighters, a move that comes after recent contract negotiations with the city and the union. Have you ever wondered what it takes to fly? You can have your questions answered at this event. Here's Terry Stacy.
Explore the world of flight on Saturday at the 7th Annual Aviation Community Day, presented by Purdue Polytechnic Institute and Vincennes University.
We open up our facility, allowing community outreach and education highlighting the aviation industry. We'll feature like aircraft display, we'll do facility tours, we're going to open up our flight simulator labs and meet with several aviation professionals.
Desiree Cochran says it's free 10 to 3 at the Aviation Technology Center at the Indianapolis International Airport. Terry Stacy, Network Indiana.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. It's 7:05, traffic on the 5s. And what are you watching for us, Matt Bear?
It's this fatal crash in Delaware County, Ryan. Southbound 69 shut down at State Road 332 because of this crash involving a motorcycle. And right now, rerouting begins at State Road 332 with a delay of about a mile before that interchange. So it'll take you a second to begin your reroute. Also, northbound 69 between State Road 32 and 332. The left lane is blocked while investigation and cleanup continues on that southbound side. They're helping out on the northbound side, so you'll have a bit of a slowdown there. Downtown, northbound 65 slow out of the north split to west. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting your business vehicles 24/7. Get a business insurance quote online in as little as 7 minutes. See if you can save at progressivecommercial.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. And if you didn't catch the video of her giving her kid an icy pop yesterday, you have missed out on one of the finer videos teaching that kid how to say please and thank you. It was a master class in parenting. Matt Bear, you must watch. And now once you watch that video, you'll be able to have kids of your own.
Where do I find that?
You find that, follow MET for meteorologist, Met Tara Hastings on the Twitter X, and you will be able to see that her getting her kid a freeze pop made with Pedialyte. Well, they're kids. What do I know? And there it is. Just that easy. Tara, what do you got for us?
Hey, you're going to do lots of freeze pops today. It's going to be another hot and humid one. An isolated shower could pop up, but I think most spots will be dry. Near 92 degrees today. Tonight, clear, mild, and muggy, 74. A chance for some showers and thunderstorms possible on Saturday as a cold front moves through. Could see some gusty winds and some heavy rainfall with some of these thunderstorms. There is a better chance of storms heading into your Saturday, but it's going to be hot and humid. 90 degrees, but feels like temperatures will be in the upper 90s near 100, and then a spotty shower on Sunday with highs in the mid-80s.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. Would you do me a favor before you get back to work? We check in on Jude Narsutis and make sure that we didn't abuse him too badly.
Oh, boy. Yes.
Yeah, like he asked a question, and I'm pretty sure it was playful, but I don't know if I took it that way. And it ended with some stuff about his mom, and it got rough. So if you would well, it didn't that rough, but it was certainly awkward. It was cringy, which I love. But if you would just check on him, that'd be great.
Yes, I will. I'll double check.
He's a good man. I would have said something on the Twitters, but I couldn't find him on Twitters there. So. That's
I will relay the message. I will double check.
Get him a freeze pop.
I will.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
You bet.
Tara Hastings, gotta go, gotta run. We'll talk later. Wish TV meteorologist, thank you. 71 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:08. Secretary of State is Diego Morales, and no one can tell me he's doing a good job. I can tell you he's embarrassed himself and looks embarrassing, and certainly his staff has not done anything to help him out in this regard. But this memorandum of agreement with the Department of Homeland Security, I don't know if I'm opposed to this at all. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC, good morning. Quote, I want to make sure that only U.S. citizens should be able to vote here in Indiana. You're hearing it from someone who has earned citizenship, because for me, that's the right thing to do. So this is a federal immigration database known as SAVE. And now the Office of the Secretary of State for Indiana has access to this database. This tool will help provide proof of citizenship. I want as many minorities, as many folks to be part of our election process. One of my goals is to increase voter turnout and voter participation. But the key is everyone has to be eligible and everyone has to be U.S. citizens. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. There's nothing here that makes me say, now, wait a second, there's a problem. I think the question before us, I only have the basics here. The question before us is, are there people in Indiana who somehow think we shouldn't be checking the voter rolls? We shouldn't have an answer to who is voting and whether or not they're citizens and here legally. And I'm curious whether there is anybody who thinks that somehow we shouldn't be checking. There are a great number of things, and listen, even with this, anybody who thinks that Diego Morales should be reelected, I look at askew. And I have heard, well, you see, he's popular in northern Indiana and southern Indiana. Why? Why? Because he shows up to a Lincoln Day dinner? That's not a reason to vote for somebody. Skill set is. Getting caught in the travel and then saying, well, I'll pay for my own travel, or whatever nonsense remark he gave. Hiring your brother-in-law, already a disqualifier. When asked about the people you hire and your answer is, we hire the best of the best of the best. Oh, holy hell. But this, I don't know why this is an issue for anyone. And I'd be curious to know what the other argument is. So if you've got one, I'd love to hear it. Send it my way. The popcorn moment coming up next. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Lynn just loves the summer in Indy, but she's not going to spend it painting. She called Rhino Shield.
It is a single-wide manufactured home. We moved from our home, which we had the Rhino Shield on. Rhino Shield was what we were going to do. That was no question. We knew we were going to do it.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating. It's not paint, it's better.
The Rhino Shield representative came, and we discussed what we wanted done. And this time, we had the roof done as well.
Now you can have the 25-year guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 10% off the regular price.
Even the people that have been a little younger than us have said they don't have to worry about getting just an everyday painter, because Rhino Shield has the 25-year warranty, and we truly believe in this product.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
All right, Takis fans. Wendy's knows you love your Takis Fuego chips, so we thought, why not make a Takis Fuego meal with a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich with spicy chicken topped with crushed Takis Fuego chips and creamy corn spread. Plus, it comes with Fuego fries inspired by Takis and a bag of Takis Fuego chips. If we had any more heat, we might start an actual... I told him this would happen. For an intense new take on Takis chips, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Includes 1 ounce Takis Fuego chips while supplies last. Takis and Fuego trademarks are used under license.
Fostech is the family-owned business that makes incredible firearms right here in Indiana. Fostech, created by 2 career firefighters and 1 U.S. Air Force veteran. They create special, unique firearms, American craftsmanship meeting cutting-edge technology. Their Origin 12 shotgun is the envy of the industry, and all their products are designed, machined, assembled, and tested right here in Indiana. Visit Fostech to find a dealer near you, or follow Fostech on Facebook and Instagram at Fostech_Inc. Fostech, Fostech, Fostech.com.
Hammer and Nigel show, 3 o'clock this afternoon. We kickstart the weekend with Beer Sample Friday, the biggest stories of the day. And did I mention it's Beer Sample Friday?
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Baer, WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Delaware County, all lanes closed of southbound 69 at State Road 332 because of a fatal crash involving a motorcycle. Ryan has more on that coming up during the 7:30 news. Right now, we're shut down at 332, and that's where we start our reroute, which you can check out at WIBC Traffic, but you'll eventually pick up State Road 9 and take that back to State Road, back to Interstate 69. Also, looking at northbound 65 out of the north split, that's slow onto West Street. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance protects small businesses with affordable coverage options. Get a business insurance quote online in as little as 7 minutes. Visit progressivecommercial.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
71 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Getting ready for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher Remodeling, BOOHER, BooherRemodeling.com. Your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement. If it's in your 4 walls, Booher Remodeling is the call. And when it comes to that kitchen, that heart of the home, what do you want? Not what do you need, what do you want? Start there. That may then really make you understand what it is that you need, and that could very well be enough. But with Booher Remodeling, your imagination is the only thing. That weird thing that you're looking for, maybe it's a place to highlight a collection, maybe it's a certain level of countertop for your need. Someone's taller, someone's shorter, or someone has other needs. Why can't that be done? There is no cookie cutter with Booher Remodeling. There is only you and that initial consultation that gets Booher to understand what it is you're looking for. And then from there, their 5-step design process from start to finish means you know everything that's going on every step of the way. You get to see the materials, you get to see the craftsmen at work, and then you get the kitchen you've always wanted. The kitchen that increases the value not only of your home, but of your life. Same thing is true with your bathroom. And if you want to turn that basement into the actual part of the home, Booher Remodeling is the one and only call to make. Good people. They deliver quality work on time with a service-oriented attitude, and they stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. Booher Remodeling. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling. 852-5546 or online at Booher. BOOHER. BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn because there is more. I have got a bunch. Oh, by the way, when we get to Tony Katz today, the Friday audio dump is going to be classic. So many things I haven't gotten to. I number one or number two? Number one or number two? Producer Carl, I'll let you pick. Number one or number two?
Number one.
Number one, Spartacus himself, Cory Booker, wants you to know how brave he is. So very brave.
What do you say to people? What is your message to whistleblowers or people whose stories are so important to tell about why they should do it now and what impact it could have?
stand up and fight. We celebrate those heroes, whether it's Ruby Bridges or people in the civil rights movement who stood before Bull Connor. We are a nation that is where it is because of the courage of people to stand when it was not convenient to do so, to stand when the stakes were high. This is a moment in American history where people are going to know, where did you stand? And so I'm going to continue to fight. I don't care if this president calls me out every day, tweets me, threatens me. We know. I've had open conversations with senators I never thought I would have because we saw what they've done with a congressperson, my congresswoman, LaMonica MacGyver, arresting her. My mayor, they've arrested.
Wait. First things first, never be afraid to stand up and let the chips fall where they may. If you believe in the thing, that's fine. That's very, very different than saying I support illegal immigration and I support attacking immigration officials and federal officials, which is what LaMonica MacGyver did, Senator Cory Booker. It's what she did. She acted in a way that if anybody else had acted in that way, they would have been arrested. So he is not discussing standing up. He is discussing attacking law enforcement, and somehow that should be respected. Same thing is true with the mayor of Newark. We are not discussing the people who are up against the odds and up against the machine and say, no, this was wrong and I'm going to say so. These people, these elected officials, attacked law enforcement and have told their constituents that that is a good thing. Why do people go after law enforcement? Why are attacks on federal officials up 700%? Take a look and a listen to Cory Booker.
Picking off, it seems, people that live in Newark that are in elected positions. But I don't care. Throw me in jail. Do what you have to do. I'm going to continue to stand up what's right. And
Who the hell is throwing you in jail? What are you even... Is this part of his filibuster and I missed it? Who's throwing you in jail? What kind of tough guy is this thing? Dear Lord, Alex Padilla lunged at a cabinet officer, didn't ID himself, the senator from California. He didn't go to jail. Put me in jail. Child, this is performance art. Performance art. But nope, that was only number one. I'm going to do number two anyway because I'm just that good. MSNBC. You know, producer Carl has a whole theory that it's interesting because we've never actually spoken about this part to where I do view it this way. We do the morning show all wrong. The morning show that I do should be set up in a more cable news way. So, and we should be having multiple cameras. It should be radio, it should be video, and we should be competing. He's got a whole vision, and he's not wrong. He's nuts, but he's not wrong. And I'm all down for this. I can't see how one doesn't compete with this ridiculousness of Simone Sanders and Michael Steele, this replacement show on MSNBC, when this is the arguments that they're making.
To do highly skilled labor. This is highly skilled labor. It is not easy what these ag workers do. Can we put back up the images we're watching out of Oxnard? Because I want to talk to the fact that you may see these folks in the field, and they are members of families, and we've not heard those stories yet. But every one of those people has either a kid or a loved one whose parent or aunt or uncle is not coming home tonight.
So do tax cheats. Of course, we've got the raids going on that took place in Camarillo. There are warrants. These are cannabis farms in Camarillo, which could very well be lawful. I'm not an expert on certain specifics of California law. But they had warrants for people who are there illegally. And what is the MSNBC argument? Well, they're just nice people with children. We shouldn't be doing this. No question whether or not they violated the law. That argument gets pushed to the side. These are highly skilled laborers, and we must have them. I don't argue that they might be highly skilled laborers. I'm arguing that if they're here illegally, that's the end of the ball game. And if you tell me their kids aren't going to see their parents come home, same thing is true with tax cheats. Yet no one at MSNBC seems to give a damn about those people. If you didn't pay your taxes, they arrest you, and they look at the kid and be like, tough luck. No one cares about the kid. Now all of a sudden, it's all about the heartstrings of the kid?
Remember that, first and foremost. Second, to this question of those same individuals as labor, we are talking about half of America's farm workers who are undocumented. That could be upwards of 3 million people.
So at least we know where they are and we can deport them. Also, I'm totally fine with fining all of those landowners, all of those farmers, all of those companies that hired people here illegally. I am fine with the fines. You know, if the left wants to make the argument, well, why don't we go after the employer? This has been our argument. You hire illegal immigrants, you should have to pay the price because you violated the law too. And part of the problem is, as a nation, it's been kind of a wink and a nod and a turn your head and don't pay attention. It's an unacceptable way to be. Bring these people back through a legal process. I don't mind that they're working in the United States. That part doesn't bother me. And I would bet you all the money in my pocket versus all the money in your pocket that the vast majority of these people are never going to be a problem. But if they came in the country illegally, you have to start there. You have to have a standard. And you can't excuse the standard for certain groups and certain people. And certainly you don't excuse the standard because they have kids. Which one of these progressives would let the tax cheat be because they have kids? Case rested. Case rested. Both are violations of the law. Yes, they're a tax cheat, but they also volunteer at their local church. See, they're good people. The heartstrings game doesn't play. They still play it, but it doesn't play. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
All right, Delaware County, southbound 69, all lanes closed. The interstate is shut down at State Road 332 because of a fatal crash involving a motorcycle. Your reroute begins possibly at State Road 332. That's posted at WIBC Traffic. Ryan has the details in a few minutes. Fred, the WIBC News coming up at 7:30. Also looking at northbound 65 slow out of the north split to West Street and westbound 465 slow before Michigan Road. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now with Dream Baths by B. Bet 2 bathroom remodels for the price of 1. Plus a free entry door and 24-month savings cash with 0 interest. To trust a local, trust employee owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's Casey from the Kendall and Casey Show, and there is a 60s rock band that is taking the Spotify charts by storm. However, they're an AI-generated group. Join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
You know, it's not too early or too late to plan for retirement. No way. And if you haven't started, start now with the fiduciary advisors at Trajan Wealth. Matt Bear here. Hey, I had so much anxiety before my first meeting with Trajan. I was like, I haven't done this in forever. I'm totally insecure about my financial future. That is not the case anymore. What Trajan gave me was a peace of mind, and I feel relieved. I'm comfortable, excited even, and excited about my post-work life. Call today and schedule your first appointment. It's free. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. The fiduciary advisors at Trajan know we all have different goals when it comes to retirement, and those goals require their own unique plans. That's where Trajan Wealth's fiduciary advisors come in. Let Trajan help you craft a plan that will meet your goals. Call today, 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
At Hendricks, our cancer care
is in the details.
When you are with us, and you have our time and you have our energy.
We have a wonderful team of highly trained oncologists, physical therapists, speech pathologists, dietitians.
Always making sure that the patient is the center of the care.
We have excellent nurse navigation that are skilled at identifying barriers to treatment,
as well as expertise from Mayo Clinic.
It is more personal care than just a number.
Visit hendricks.org/cancer.
Fill your tank. Don't drain your wallet. Sam's Club lets you save time at the pump with Scan and Go checkout at Sam's Club fuel stations. Just scan the QR code on the pump and pay. Visit your local Sam's Club today.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license 199 dealer doc. RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, 0 security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter. Expires 7/31.
Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
Need air conditioning service and want to work with a local company you can trust like B&W HVAC Plumbing and Electrical? Find that independent American Standard Air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What President Trump is up to today, your radar is clear. It's 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 91 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. President Trump heads to Central Texas today, stepping into his role as consoler-in-chief.
President Trump will meet with first responders and family members impacted by the catastrophic flooding in the Texas Hill Country. A White House official says the president will get a briefing from local officials and meet with Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says federal agencies quickly had assets in the region.
Nobody there has said anything about that they didn't get everything that they wanted immediately or that they needed. And I'm proud of the work that we've done.
President Trump says he plans to eliminate FEMA later this year as part of a reorganization shifting disaster relief and emergency preparedness to the states.
And that's Fox's Jared Halpern reporting from the White House. Sunday marks 1 year since President Trump was shot just minutes into his speech during a campaign event in Butler, Pennsylvania.
The then candidate was speaking to more than 15,000 people when 20-year-old Thomas Crooks fired 8 rounds at the Butler Farm Show grounds, leaving Trump with minor injuries. 50-year-old volunteer firefighter Corey Comparatori was killed and 2 others were hurt in the incident. An investigation into the response by the Secret Service followed in the months after the shooting, with the agency's director stepping down 10 days after the attack. This week, it was revealed that 6 agents were suspended without pay for their conduct, those suspensions ranging from 10 to 42 days.
That's Fox's Tanya J. Powers reporting in Indianapolis on the east side of the city about 2:15 this morning. Somebody was shot in the neck in a backyard. The cops got on scene. They talked to somebody involved in the shooting. No word on arrest. The person that was taken to the hospital is in bad shape. Drunk driving is the charge against a man from Indy from an incident that happened Thursday. John Herrick explains why.
Police say a man in a 2008 Honda Civic named Edward Perez made an evasive turn to get out of the exit lane and back onto the main line of I-465 southbound and hit the median barrier near Sam Jones Expressway around 2 o'clock Thursday morning. Then someone on a motorcycle got involved.
This motorcycle rider comes upon a crashed vehicle in the middle of the road and unfortunately struck that vehicle and died as a result of his injuries.
State Police Sergeant John Perrine says Perez has been charged with drunk driving. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Gas prices in the capital city giving you a little bit of a break at the pump this morning. Gas is at
$2.99 on the average in Indy, says Gas Buddy. That's down 10 cents from where it was last week. In sports on WIBC, brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com.
I think it's super important for us to just flush the game completely. Obviously, it didn't go our way, and there's a lot of things that we just didn't do correctly on both ends of the floor.
Indiana Fever All-Star forward Aaliyah Boston talking about putting Wednesday's loss behind them and focusing on snapping a 2-game losing streak tonight against the Atlanta Dream.
Every lesson, every opportunity is a way to grow, and I feel like that's always been the topic of conversation this season, is just growth and being resilient, and this is a prime example of that. And so for us, it's about turning the page. We have Atlanta coming in. Obviously, they're super talented, so we just have to be ready for that.
And tonight's game tips off at 7:30. The Fever are back home Sunday afternoon to face the Dallas Wings. And, of course, the WNBA All-Star Game here in Indianapolis is 8 days away. The Pacers opened up their summer league with a win, 116-115 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Ray J. Dennis led the way with 26 points, and avoiding a sweep is what the Chicago Cubs did yesterday in an 8-1 win over the Minnesota Twins. Chicago center fielder Pete Crow Armstrong went deep not once but twice.
I don't know. I mean, if we're talking about this series as a whole, I would have liked to spread them out maybe and pick a couple different spots, but no, I'm glad they came today.
And the Cubs are taking on the New York Yankees in New York for a 3-game series that starts tonight. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? As you were talking about, all lanes closed southbound 69 in Delaware County at State Road 332 because of a fatal motorcycle crash. And that's where you start your reroute. Exit at 332, you can go east to State Road 9, and southbound will get you back to I-69. Looking at northbound 65, out of the north split, slow traffic to west. South side, northbound 65 slow. From South Keystone Avenue up to the southwest, that is a construction zone. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window is extending their employee discount to you. Get 55% off all products and services, plus 18 months, no interest or payments. Trust a local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Whenever I'm out a-wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, there's no way that this is safe. There's just no way that this thing is all right. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. During downtime, I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's next in the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. They have got cool stuff, odd stuff, interesting stuff, weird stuff. I've bought stuff. I've sold stuff. The Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It is your cash. Go get it. It's just waiting for you at IndianaUnclaimed.gov. So easy to do. And did I mention it's free? IndianaUnclaimed.gov. So they have all these things. They're at the marketplace, and we find them and we share them with you, and we put them up there at WIBC.com. And this, Matt Bear, you can see Matt Bear on the live stream right there. You can also see producer Carl on the live stream. A lot of bright light behind them right there. They look well shadowed. Matt Bear, do you like a swing set?
Yes.
Do you like a picnic table?
Oh, yes.
You ever thought to yourself, man, I'd really like to be sitting at a picnic table, but I'd really like it if my chair was a swing?
I don't know how that would work.
Well,
I've never
take a look at this. This is a swing table. Now, before a bunch of you lose your minds and tell me, oh, there you go, Tony, being too sexual again, that's the name of the listing.
Can you say it one more time, please?
The swing table.
The swing table.
For swingers.
Oh, can I tell you, Matt Bear?
Yes.
I have gotten a couple of emails. I'm going to stop listening to the show, Tony. Every time you do this segment, it's always sexually suggestive, and you're not being serious, and it's just wrong.
Yeah, I think they're right. It's way too suggestive, and yeah, I'm going to stop listening to it then, I think. No. You're just selling things on Marketplace here. You're trying to help out, and these are Indiana goods, and people can drive and get them, so I don't see what the problem is.
A couple of weeks ago, we highlighted a Bible, but somehow...
The Necronomicon.
It is the old adage, you can't make everybody happy. And I get it. And sometimes there are going to be things that I say or talk about that aren't going to work for you. I still love you, and I hope you love me too. And by the way, no one sends Matt emails saying, why are you being like this, Matt?
No, everybody can already detect the shame. So
right.
Send anything.
So this is a steel-framed swing seat picnic table, very heavy duty. Welded steel frame table dimensions are 4x7, and the swings are adjustable for different heights. So there are 4 swings, and there's this whole metal contraption, and you sit on the swing, and then you swing right into the table. So you take a bite, you swing, it hits you right there where you do the Heimlich, you puke it back out.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, that's the table.
I mean, I don't want to make this sexually suggestive, but you could put this in a nudie bar. Seriously, the woman dances on the table and everybody just...
I just want to say thank you for saying that you don't want to make this sexually suggestive.
Well, no, because I'm not suggesting anything. This is just circumstantial, is what I'm discussing here. Yeah, the gents, the suitors, sit in the swings around the table.
The construction on this thing looks incredible.
Yeah.
Like... It's all steel. The wood looks great. They take a lot of care with it. It's terrific. It is terrific. I just can't do it's 7 feet tall, 6.5 feet wide.
Why not just build a patio?
What do you mean, why not just build a patio table?
Yeah, a patio. Well, just a patio and a patio table, where you can eat your food and you don't have to swing into the table while you eat.
So that part, right, you can put this anywhere. You put it on a patio, you can put it on the grass, you can put it anywhere you like. I just don't understand why I'd want to swing.
I don't know what's going on here at all. But like you said, it's cool. It looks really sturdy. It hold up in the rain.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you need an umbrella for the hot days. It doesn't even come with an umbrella to shield you from the sun.
Yeah, but you can put your own canopy on it. Yeah. Like, come on, get a little inventive.
Should come with that. Should come with a canopy, like a boat cover.
Well, maybe you should ask them. Well, it doesn't come with a canopy. You'll buy it if it's got a canopy. By the way, Matt, are you buying this swing table for $2,500?
No, for no reason whatsoever. I could have disposable income beyond disposable income, and I'll find another way to set it on fire.
I don't understand the swing part.
No.
But the table, like somebody who could build tables and they'll be sturdy and last, like that's cool. The swing part I don't get. Take a look at it for yourself. Just follow me at Tony Katz. You'll see it there. Take a look at the marketplace at WIBC.com. See it for yourself. You tell us. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Kendall and Casey.
What are we seeing right now on Capitol Hill? Everybody conforming, everybody standing together rather than people standing up for what's right. What did we see during the legislative session? All of these Republicans, nobody for the most part will stand up or be different or raise their voice or be heard, not doing the thing that brought them to the dance. They worry how it'll affect their power.
Kendall and Casey, weekdays 9 till noon on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
The heat outside does not have to be the heat inside. Masters Heating and Cooling is here to help. I use Masters Heating and Cooling in my home. David, the general manager, and the entire Masters team take care of my family. They've replaced parts of my system, serviced parts of my system, and everything is running in tip-top condition. My house feels amazing. Right now, you can get $1,000 off a new AC system. We're talking about a full system replacement here. $100 off electric, $250 off hybrid, and $500 off tankless water heaters. Talk to Masters Heating and Cooling today. They have 0% financing for up to 60 months with qualified system purchases. Terms and conditions for all offers. Restrictions apply. Call for details. Masters Heating and Cooling. They'll take care of your HVAC and help you out 24/7. Call 317-567-9505. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-567-9505. Masters Heating and Cooling. 567-9505 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
There's something timeless about radio. It's where stories are told, ideas are shared, and communities stay connected. Our generation grew up with it, and we still believe in the power of tuning in. At Howard Bailey Financial, we believe planning for retirement should feel just as familiar and trusted. That's why we're bringing real conversations and practical advice to the airwaves. Join us every Sunday at 9 p.m. for our Retire with Purpose Radio Hour, right here on 93.1 WIBC. We'll talk about what really matters in retirement, income you can count on, choices you can feel good about, and a future that reflects your values. Because some things, like good planning and good radio, never go out of style. Howard Bailey Financial, retirement planning that speaks your language. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com. The Retire with Purpose Radio Hour is a paid placement on each airing station.
Tony Katz here for Premier Arms in Brownsburg. This is your premier gun store. Premier Arms has the experience and know-how to help the new gun buyer and the most experienced marksman. They've been in business for over 20 years and have a friendly, knowledgeable staff that wants to help you, not talk down to you. Premier Arms in Brownsburg is family-friendly, so bring the kids. All ages are welcome. Everyone can find what they're looking for at Premier Arms in Brownsburg, 3754 South Green Street. Online at premierarms.com. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. premierarms.com.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Traffic on the fives, Matt Bear. What are you doing?
All right, I'm looking at southbound 69, and this fatal crash has cleared. It has reopened to State Road 332. Now we still have a backup from the 332 exit for about a mile and a half. Northbound 69 is cleared as well. Looking at northbound 65 out of the north split, that's slow traffic to West Street. Northbound 65 south side slow after South Fort Road to 465, and again South Keystone Avenue up to the south split. That's because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
The Hendricks County 4-H Fair is back July 13th through the 19th in Danville. A state fair experience at county fair prices. Catch all the action with the truck and tractor pull, lawn and garden tractor pull, the championship rodeo, and the always wild demolition derby. Plus rides, games, and more at the Greatest Midway, brought to you by Drew Expositions. Get your discount tickets now at 4hcomplex.org. The Hendricks County 4-H Fair, July 13th through 19th. A state fair experience at county fair prices.
Technology Recyclers is the safe and ethical choice for your computer and electronics recycling. R2 certified, 100% landfill free, guaranteed destruction of data, and absolutely free pickups. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
Progressive Commercial Insurance protects small businesses with affordable coverage options. Get a business insurance quote online in as little as 7 minutes. Visit progressivecommercial.com.
Busy day? No problem. The WIBC Mashup podcast catches you up with standout moments from your favorite shows. Fresh episodes every weekday. One click, all the good stuff. Get your daily fix. Search WIBC Mashup wherever you get your podcasts.
Quality Supply and Tool, your premier supplier of construction equipment, tools, and supplies, is hiring CDL drivers. Call Brian Myers at 317-690-2016.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Fill your tank. Don't drain your wallet. Sam's Club lets you save time at the pump with Scan and Go checkout at Sam's Club fuel stations. Just scan the QR code on the pump and pay. Visit your local Sam's Club today.
So you have this raid on a cannabis farm in California, Camarillo, Ventura County. Warrants. There are people there who are there illegally. And you then have a fight break out where the people on the farm start fighting back. Then others learn that the raid is taking place and they come to attack law enforcement. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. The political left allows for, celebrates, and condones violence against law enforcement. They can say that they don't to a television camera, but every action says they do. Because you have Pramila Jayapal, Congresswoman from Washington State, saying she's inspired by people who stop ICE. You have numerous politicians fighting with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, like LaMonica McIver, the Congresswoman from New Jersey, who should be expelled from the House, like the mayor of Newark. You have Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles, saying that Immigration and Customs Enforcement, these law enforcement officials, should get out of her city. You have the mayor of Camarillo saying, you don't understand the effect this has on our community. If your community is harboring proactively illegal immigrants, that's a terrible community. The idea that somehow this is mean, this is beneath us, I reject that premise. Well, we're just rounding people up like the Nazis did. I have no time for low minds who want to denigrate the Holocaust. These are the weakest and most awful of people. And certainly these are things that I only hope that you're aware of and discussing with your own families about how awful those kinds of statements are, because they are not based in fact. They're cheap, from cheap people with small minds and low minds, unwilling to engage the deeper conversation. Do we support illegal activity? Yes or no? And if the answer is yes, what society does one think they can have if that's the case? Because if the illegal activity is supported, then what is the marker regarding illegal activity? You think the marker is coming across the border illegally? Fine. Someone else thinks the marker is murder. Someone else thinks the marker is theft. Someone else thinks the marker is speeding tickets. Someone else thinks go in a whole bunch of different places. What I know is that if it is allowed and no standard is held to, the standard doesn't exist. And if the standard doesn't exist, more things become rationalized, which is really what it is we're experiencing here. What we are seeing is the progressive left rationalize the lawlessness as if it somehow has value. Their argument is that the lawlessness is good and the law is bad. This is, of course, the valuelessness of Marxism. This is what happens. It is about a complete resetting of a mentality that is the opposite of reality. What their argument is that the law is the problem, but the illegality is the value. It is incumbent upon you to speak to your kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, etc., about how absolutely backwards that is. Because who said we couldn't engage the law and have a standard that creates a better value for all? You want people to come into the country legally to be able to work in the United States? Great. Why can't we just do that? But that isn't the argument being made. And so you see this fight taking place there in Camarillo, where Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers, federal immigration agents, are being attacked. And you've got the governor, Gavin Newsom, saying, look at what terrible things Donald Trump is doing. Donald Trump is scum. 10 children were found working on this farm. Eight of them, as reported by Bill Malugin, at Fox News. 8 of them unaccompanied. You have child labor, slave labor. Let us call it what it is. Now I want the political left to defend it. Go on. Call them Nazis more. Why are they covering their faces? They're covering their faces because you guys are so outrageously violent that you would go to their homes and kill them. As I said earlier, you already have the taste for blood. Tony, how dare you disparage the entire political left? I'm noticing what they're saying. The political left shot Steve Scalise and tried to kill the congressman along with other members of Congress. The political left shot and killed Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare. And that guy, the murderer, the lowlife who did it, got applauded. And there's a list of women just waiting to have the conjugal visit. I'm fully aware of what's going on. I'm fully aware that you have representatives like Pramila Jayapal, representatives like LaMonica McIver, celebrating the violence. We see you. When I say the taste for blood, you shot Donald Trump a year ago this Sunday. Election day is November 3rd, 2026. These people cannot win an election. They cannot be allowed to be in charge. They will not speak down the violence. They will not try and tamp down the violence. They are ramping it up. They find it acceptable. They find it the actual decency and worthiness. They cannot win an election. But understand, this doesn't get better. This gets worse until it gets better. And sadly, as we have discussed before, the only way out is through. Oh, by the way, this is just the story in California. I haven't even gotten to the Texas story yet. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Delaware County southbound 69 has reopened at State Road 332. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, B Window with Dream Vaz by B. Get 2 bathroom remodels for the price of 1, plus a free entry door and 24-month savings cash with 0 interest. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning. Owner Jim Scott says only the best will do when it's your reputation on the line.
We want to install something that's high quality so we can move on to the next job. The way we install it is high quality and the equipment that we use is high quality. So when I shop for something to sell, American Standard was there. It was just the highest quality there is.
In Boone and Hamilton County, call 765-601-1461 for Jim's Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Looking for a cozy spot to relax, work, or grab your coffee to go? LC Coffee House in Noblesville, Indiana has you covered. Try our indulgent affogato, a sweet blend of espresso and ice cream. Or sample our coffee flights to discover your perfect brew. In a rush, our drive-thru is ready to serve you fast and fresh. Need a space to collaborate? We offer meeting rooms perfect for co-working. Whether you're grabbing a quick drink or spending the day with us, LC Coffee House is the place to be.
Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's. 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 Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like the Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S., Z-Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available, or save up to $4,000. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by McAllister Machinery in Indianapolis to see their full line of Kubota, or visit them online at McAllisterKubota.com.
You ready to build your custom dream home? Check out Joyner Homes based out of Greenfield. See one of their model homes in person anytime. It is a great way for you to experience the customization and quality of a Joyner Homes custom built home. Plus, you can meet with a new home specialist to learn about their building process. Available lots if you don't already have one. Find out about floor plans and where they build. Model homes are open 7 days a week from noon to 5, and walk-ins are welcome. Find out more at JoynerHomes.com.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Hey folks, Scott Wilson here from Wilson Farm Market, just 20 minutes north of Carmel. We're proud to bring you the freshest produce farmed right here in Indiana and across the Midwest. And don't miss our home-style fried chicken, scratch-made bakery, and a deli packed with ready-to-go favorites. Got a sweet tooth? Check out a variety of old-fashioned candies, the kind that brings back sweet memories from your childhood. At Wilson Farm Market, we're all about local freshness, friendly faces, and food that feels like home. Wilson Farm Market. That's Wilson Farm Market.
Sometimes an identity threat is a ring of professional hackers. And sometimes it's an overworked accountant who forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
I need a coffee.
And you need LifeLock, because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, the weather could get a little rough on Saturday. What forecasters are saying about a timeline. A former Indiana Pacer said he loves steaks, morning walks on Fountain Square, and even the potholes, what Miles Turner said on Instagram, and gunshots and crime scene tape on the east side after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
Gone a week ago today. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. At least 120 people are confirmed to have died in last Friday's flash flooding in central Texas. The search continues through debris for more than 170 still missing. President Trump will be in Kerrville, Texas later today.
President Trump will meet with first responders and family members impacted by the catastrophic flooding in the Texas Hill Country. A White House official says the president will get a briefing from local officials and meet with Texas Governor Greg Abbott.
Fox's Jared Halpern. Brazil's president threatens retaliatory measures if President Trump sticks with a plan for 50% tariffs on Brazilian imports. Canada's tax is announced.
President Trump revealed plans to impose a 35% tariff on imports from Canada August 1st, and it will go up if Canada retaliates. David Tal is president of ProChain Capital. He says this is an important step.
Canada is the U.S. largest export partner and its second largest trade partner overall. This is an incredibly important relationship from a dollars and cents perspective.
The Trump administration had previously imposed a 25% rate on Canada. The president is also planning blanket tariffs of 15 or 20% on most other trading partners. Ginny Cosola, Fox News.
There are protests during mass immigration raids in California. One at a licensed marijuana farm in Camarillo.
Dozens of people were taken into custody during an immigration sweep at 2 farming facilities there. Tear gas and smoke bombs deployed after protesters pelted agents with rocks, and federal authorities are now on the lookout for a suspect who appeared to fire a gun at them.
It's Fox's Doug Luzato. There's a plan to send weapons to Ukraine through NATO allies.
It's a lot faster to move something, for example, from Germany to Ukraine than it is to order it from a factory and get it there.
Secretary of State Rubio at a summit in Malaysia. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The chance you'll see a tornado this weekend. Nothing like that on radar right now, thank God. 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 90 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. Severe weather could hamper your outdoor plans Saturday, but forecaster Alex McGinnis at the National Weather Service says the biggest worry is really flooding. He also says tornadoes aren't off the table.
There is a very small chance of tornadoes on Saturday. Certainly, the main threat would be stronger winds and maybe some isolated flooding from downpours. But could we have a stray, brief little spin up, especially on the northeastern parts of the state? It's possible.
McGinnis says it will be dry and humid today, sticky all day long as heat indices rise to nearly 100 degrees. Shot in the neck. That's what Indianapolis cops say happened early this morning at a home near the intersection of 19th Street and Rural Street. That's on the city's east side. Officers found a man in a backyard, and the paramedics took him away to the hospital. The cops say another person involved stayed at the scene and told detectives that an argument led up to the shooting.
That person was also transported to a local hospital with a complaint of pain to his neck. So detectives will be speaking with him as soon as possible They'll also try to get a hold of the victim, of course, when he comes out of surgery, if he makes it into surgery, and try to get some details on exactly what happened.
I'm PD Captain John Arvin addressing the situation, and cops are still looking into this. Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson told members of the Indianapolis legal community Thursday that she's concerned about the state of democracy. Speaking at a luncheon hosted by the Indianapolis Bar Association at the Indiana Convention Center, Jackson says that she wants people to pay attention to what's happening in the government. One person died in a crash that happened Thursday morning on the southwest side of Indy. Here's John Harris.
It happened around 2 o'clock on I-465 southbound. A Honda Civic had hit the median barrier. Then along came a motorcycle.
After he hit the median barrier, bounced his car back into the left lane of I-465. And it was several moments later, long enough that we actually had a witness standing outside the vehicle checking on the first car when the motorcycle came along and struck the wreckage.
State Police Sergeant John Perrine says the man in the Civic has been identified as Edward Perez of Indianapolis. He was charged with drunk driving. The person on the motorcycle died at the scene. John Herrick, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
You probably already know that Miles Turner departed the Indiana Pacers earlier this month when he signed a contract with the Milwaukee Bucks. On Thursday night, he penned a farewell to the city on his social media accounts. He said he loved steak at Prime 47, walking along Fountain Square in the morning, and he said he even liked the potholes on Indianapolis's east side. Maybe didn't say like the potholes, but he did acknowledge them. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:05, traffic on the fives. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at northbound 65, 70 slow. Michigan Street through the north split out to west. Northbound 65 slows after South Keystone Avenue to the south split because of construction. Looking at southbound 65, 70 slow from St. Clair down to the south split again because of I-65 construction. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance offers auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options. Visit Progressive.com today. Again, that's Progressive.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. We're going to look for a hot and humid day today. Could see maybe an isolated shower that could pop up. We'll look for highs today in the lower 90s, but feels like temperatures will be in the mid-90s. Clear, mild, and muggy tonight with lows near 74. A cold front moves through on Saturday. That will bring us a chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some of those could contain some gusty winds and heavy rainfall. Otherwise, hot and humid. Highs in the lower 90s, but feels like temperatures upper 90s near the triple digits. A spotty shower on Sunday. Still warm and humid with highs in the mid-80s.
That is Tara Hastings of Wish TV. Tara, thank you. Appreciate it. 74 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:06. Like you didn't know it was coming. I mean, it's on cue. This is the IBJ, Mickey Shuey, Daniel Lee reporting. City seeks to curb violence on eve of WNBA All-Star Game. No. Really? I, for one, am shocked that when the television cameras are in town, suddenly we do something about violence in Indy. It's just ridiculous. So you've got a couple things going on next weekend. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. You've got the WNBA All-Star Game and you have Indiana Black Expo. Now, when the All-Star Game got offered, like it was supposed to be somewhere else, and then they had an issue. So like, where else can we put it? And Indianapolis was like, we got it. What do you need? 800,000 people? They're going to be here when? 3 hours? What are we going to do with the other 2.5 hours? Like, that is Indy when it comes to putting together these events. We've got the people for this. It's really stupendous. None of them are elected officials, but we've got the people for this. And And as long as I've lived here, like I can remember getting to Indianapolis 11 years ago, and people saying, "Oh, you don't go downtown for Indy Black Expo." I was like, "Why? Why not?" "Oh, no, you just can't go downtown." I've been here 11 years. I have never seen a problem. I guess maybe there were problems before. Last 11 years, it's like, welcome, have a great time, spend your money, bye. So when the All-Star game came, as I know it, I don't know if it was the Fever or the WNBA that reached out to Indiana Black Expo. It was like, hey, so we have this opportunity, but it's going to be happening the same weekend that you're happening. What do you think? And Indiana Black Expo, to their credit, was like, oh, hell yeah. What can we do together? What can we build? Exactly the right approach as I see it. And I want to see a stellar, spectacular weekend. Give us hundreds of thousands of people, fill up every hotel room, let's spend all the money in Indy, and then say, hey, thanks for coming. Don't forget to get yourself a commemorative T-shirt. Bye, Felicia. And that's it. Everyone gone. This is what I want. I don't know how you could want anything else, and I have no doubt we can do this. But now the leaders and event organizers are trying to figure out what to do about violence. This should have been the conversation a year ago, 6 months ago, 6 weeks ago, 6 hours ago. When your money's on the table, all of a sudden we should do something about violence. When the health of the city and lives are on the line, where the hell are you? It is offensive that I am the one who is supportive of things that the WNBA is doing, and WNBA leadership has not been at the forefront of saying, we need a better, safer city. It's offensive. I don't know, Mel. I know I've certainly met some people in the Fever organization. But it's offensive that the Pacers organization could be amongst others who are part of this, or just like any other organization. It's simply wrong. We expect, it's not even expect more. We demand more. We demand more of you. You can't just ask for it now when your money is on the line. You're going to tell us that you're this important part of the community? I love the word. I'd appreciate it if you damn well act like it. And I know you're not used to talk like this, and who the hell am I to speak to you like this? I want you to be successful. I'd appreciate it if you'd be proactive in wanting all of us to be successful. Be great. So expect next weekend for the city to be totally cleaned up. And all the homeless, you won't see them. No. When it comes to hiding things, Indianapolis is bar none. Solving the problems, creating better solutions, working proactively towards them, well, yeah, not so much. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models. Approved credit. Plus tax tag title license 199 dealer doc. RAV4 model 4432. Tacoma model 7540. 36 months. $29.99 due. Zero security. 10,000 annual miles. 15 cents per mile thereafter. Expires 7/31.
You know, it's not too early or too late to plan for retirement. No way. And if you haven't started, start now with the fiduciary advisors at Trajan Wealth. Matt Bear here. Hey, I had so much anxiety before my first meeting with Trajan. I was like, I haven't done this in forever. I'm totally insecure about my financial future. That is not the case anymore. What Trajan gave me was a peace of mind, and I feel relieved. I'm comfortable. Excited even, and excited about my post-work life. Call today and schedule your first appointment. It's free. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. The fiduciary advisors at Trajan know we all have different goals when it comes to retirement, and those goals require their own unique plans. That's where Trajan Wealth's fiduciary advisors come in. Let Trajan help you craft a plan that will meet your goals. Call today, 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. Service today. Today.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
What's up, Tony? Looking at northbound 65, slow out of the north split to Meridian Penn, and southbound 6570 is dragging because of construction from the north split to the south split. And by the way, do not forget northbound 65 on the south side this weekend. That is going to be closed beginning 9 p.m. tonight until 5 a.m. Monday morning for road construction. This is in that construction zone area from 465 up to the south split. That will be shut down, northbound side only, this weekend. Again, 465 up to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Get renter's insurance from Progressive Insurance to protect the things that make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Visit Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
73 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
The doctor's office that accidentally mixed up your files has your social security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info. And the hotel that lost your reservation has your passport number. You need LifeLock because your personal info is in endless places that can expose you to identity thieves. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Summer is here, and that means it's time for new flooring in your home. Brothers Floor Covering is ready to help. Brand new carpet, hardwoods, laminates, and luxury vinyl plank in stock now. Plus, Brothers Floor Covering can get your new flooring installed in as little as 2 weeks. Visit Brothers Floor Covering today at their new location, 8550 North Michigan Road. Discover why buying local means getting more, not paying more. Get the flooring of your dreams installed now. Go to brothers-floorcovering.com. That's brothers-floorcovering.com.
Hammer and Nigel here, inviting you to join us as we kick off the weekend every Friday around 5:45 with Beer Sample Friday, brought to you by our friends at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
Another day, another activist judge. We're all getting very, very used to this. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on, everybody? Now, the way you'll see this written is judge blocks Trump order on birthright citizenship. So, first, understand what it is the Supreme Court did. The Supreme Court said of the nationwide injunctions, these judges acting in an extrajudiciary capacity, getting way over their skis, thinking that they're in charge. Yeah, you can't do this. That's not a power that you have. To sit there and decide, well, someone brought you a case because they went judge shopping, whatever the case may be, and therefore you don't allow something to happen from the executive branch all over the country. You just don't do that. And that was the dissent where Ketanji Brown Jackson said it's clear that this court is on the side of abuses of power by the executive. And it was Amy Coney Barrett who said it's very clear that Justice Brown Jackson doesn't want an imperial executive, but she does want an imperial judiciary. It was a brutal response. And it isn't the first time that Ketanji Brown Jackson has gotten a brutal response. Foreshadowing, we'll get to that. An activist judge, after seeing this about nationwide injunction, says, oh, no. This won't be a nationwide injunction. What this will be is a class action suit. And we'll let this group join the class and that group join the class. And therefore, we'll stop the president from being able to exercise his authority as the duly elected president of the United States. And we're basically subverting the Supreme Court and following the law. Everybody knows what's happening here. They went to a judge in New Hampshire. They judge shopped. Who could they find to do this? And they found a willing participant, a Judge Joseph LaPlante, certifying a class action on behalf of children affected by Trump's order. You have never witnessed such an aggressive attempt to support illegal activity. Yet it goes on now. We're 6 months into the presidency. It is 6 months of this. I again remind you that Election Day is November 3rd, 2026. These people are not serious. These people believe that whatever you do is a violation, and whatever they do, why are you looking at us? That is how they view the world. But I bring up this activist judge to get into the story of Ketanji Brown Jackson, who spoke in Indianapolis just yesterday. It was the Indianapolis Bar Association luncheon, and as reported by Cameron Shaw, the Indiana lawyer, she told the crowd that she is not afraid to use her voice, and that got applause from many of the 1,000 attendees. I don't know what that means, to use your voice. What kind of statement is this from a Supreme Court justice? Use your voice. I never asked you to use your voice. I asked you to take a look at the case in front of you, take a look at the Constitution, take a look at the legal precedent, and then come to a decision. Use your voice. I'm not interested in your opinion. She wrote a book. I'm not interested in the book. She's actually participated in some Broadway theater. I'm glad you have hobbies. Don't care. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have hobbies, Justice. I am saying that when it comes to the law and it comes to your role as a Supreme Court justice, I'm not interested in your voice. I was not interested in the richness of her Latina experiences when it comes to Sonia Sotomayor. I'm interested in the law. What the Constitution says, what it doesn't, the interpretation thereof. Ketanji Brown Jackson was the lone dissenter in the 8-1 ruling that would allow Trump to be able to engage layoffs. Imagine you're suing to say the president can't lay people off. Beyond understanding. It was in this decision, this dissent from Ketanji Brown Jackson, that she stated at the bottom, this case is about whether that action from the president amounts to a structural overhaul that usurps Congress's policy-making prerogatives. And it is hard to imagine deciding that question in any meaningful way after those changes have happened. Yet, for some reason, this court sees fit to step in now and release the president's wrecking ball at the outset of this litigation. It was Sonia Sotomayor who said, listen, this case is only about whether or not the president has the right to do so, even in his own words, utilizing all applicable laws. If something is outside of that, this court then may hear a case, but this is a question of whether or not the president has the right to do it. We need to focus on what this case is about. It was Sonia Sotomayor, the liberal justice, really condemning the statement of Ketanji Brown Jackson. It has not been a good couple of months for her. She certainly does ask a lot of questions from the bench, and a lot of those questions basically go along the lines of, I don't understand. Help me understand. Why don't you make me understand? It's always that kind of wording. And one of the statements that she made is, quote, my parents gave to me a sense of my own ability to write and speak out and to say what I have to say and to not be really offended by other people saying what they have to say. I actually don't get my feelings hurt. What I do is I try to respond as effectively as I can. Why are you bringing up your feelings to me? No part of this matters. This is pablum. What does that mean? Then I saw this from Garrett Berquist, who is a reporter over at Wish TV. Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson speaks to Indianapolis Bar Association, says not all court rulings break cleanly along partisan lines. Justices align because they think the same way on a given issue. What? What is that? I'll tell you what it is. It is embarrassing. Embarrassing. The argument from Ketanji Brown Jackson seems to be, I have feelings and I want to share them. Feelings are not the law. Your feelings don't matter. They don't. And yet that seems to be her entire argument. It seems to be her entire focus. That it's about how she feels on a subject. Your feelings don't make you smart. Your feelings don't make you right. This is about how you interpret the Constitution. And if we're not going to be doing that, why are you there? I have said that the conversation is going to come up about impeachment and Ketanji Brown Jackson. It's coming. I'm just saying it's coming. What I think people, if they were to ask me, well, where is this conversation coming from? I think it's going to come from inside the House. No, not the House of Representatives. Inside the court. Because as long as she is going to engage in decisions that have nothing to do with the case at hand and only have to do with their feelings, I think it's going to rub justices the wrong way, and I already think it is. Maybe she'll change. But I can't help but think that her position, her being on the court, is just an unbelievable mistake. I had reservations about Elena Kagan. You don't hear these kinds of arguments about Kagan. I have massive disagreements with Sonia Sotomayor. You don't even have this about Sonia Sotomayor. I wonder how much the court is bothered by the latest edition. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Inbound 69 slow, 106, 282nd. And northbound 65 slow out of the north split to West Street. We look at southbound 6570, and that's going to be tight from St. Clair down to Washington because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete makes summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show, 3 o'clock this afternoon. We kickstart the weekend with Beer Sample Friday, the biggest stories of the day. And did I mention it's Beer Sample Friday?
Stop being hot. No, I don't mean beautiful. I meant temperature. I mean sweating in your own home. That's just silly, and that is not pretty at all. Masters Heating and Cooling is here to help. They've got $1,000 off a new AC system. We're talking about a full system replacement and 0% financing for up to 60 months with a qualified system purchase. You should talk to Masters Heating and Cooling today about all of the offers. Restrictions apply. Call for details and find out why they are the people who should be taking care of your HVAC system. The service how they take care of you. David, the general manager, the entire team, just fantastic. And 24/7 emergency service is available. Masters Heating and Cooling, with the flexible financing options, has the answer for your HVAC system to make sure that you are cool all summer long and then, warm all winter long. Talk to Masters Heating and Cooling today. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-567-9505. 317-567-9505. Masters Heating and Cooling. 567-9505 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
I had changed the locks. Didn't even know where she was living. And then one night she calls to say she's getting treatment. Can I drive? I almost hung up. But then I thought, that's my kid. I chose to put away the hurt and the fear and just see my girl.
Addiction is a disease. Standing by a loved one as they fight it will test your faith, patience, and sanity. But it's possible when you see the person, not just their disease. Learn more at cbeyondtheaddiction.org.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight guaranteed. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings. Also, stop smoking with Mark Patrick. Destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Seminars July 31st at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss seminar 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 p.m. And Saturday, August 2nd at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
A diagnosis of Alzheimer's can make it a struggle to communicate with loved ones. This is Tina McIntosh, president of Joy's House and co-host of the Caregiver Crossing radio program. In a moment, I've got a tip which often helps that will be music to your ears. Don't go away.
Cardon & Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized service. Visit cardon.us to find a community near you.
A growing number of studies show the power of music's role in those living with Alzheimer's. The next time a loved one seems to be tuned out, gently place headphones on them or simply turn on one of their favorite songs. Watch their eyes light up and don't be surprised if they sing along or start chatting about the tune. More tips like this are available anytime at caregivercrossingradio.org. With new weekly content created by Joy's House and distributed in partnership with Network Indiana, we're an on-air and online support group for Hoosier family caregivers. Hear conversations with experts, access a library of online education, and more at caregivercrossingradio.org.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Why he says the relationship between China and the United States is so important. Your radar is clear. It's 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 91 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick for cbeyondtheaddiction.org. Here's what's trending at 8:31.
The United States and China have to have relations. We have to have communication. We have to be able to interact with one another. And it's just impossible for the foreign ministers of our respective countries to not engage in conversation.
And that is Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
There are always going to be issues that we disagree on. I think there's some areas of potential cooperation.
And Rubio, speaking this morning, called his meeting with China's foreign minister constructive during a stop in Malaysia. It comes as President Trump rolls out new tariffs, something China says could be payback if they get cut out of the global supply chains. In Central Texas this morning,
survivors have been telling us stories about hearing screams from people floating down the river alongside cars, gas tanks, massive logs, and other houses. Some clung to trees for hours until the water went down.
Search and rescue efforts underway in Texas as about 120 people have been killed in the flash flooding, 170 people still missing. Indiana Task Force 1 is searching and helping with the rescue mission. And just ahead of the visit from President Trump, that happens today. And that's Fox's Katie Byrne reporting from Kerrville, Texas. A family to a special needs student is suing the Northwestern School Corporation Jarrett Lewis explains why.
The lawsuit filed in Howard County on Thursday is claiming that the 15-year-old special education student was sexually assaulted more than 20 times in a school restroom in the fall of 2023. The family says it would happen during band practice in a school restroom. The lawsuit calls out school officials, saying they failed to provide adequate supervision to prevent these incidents. On top of that, the lawsuit also states that in 2024, the child was assigned coursework containing depictions of sexual assault, considered inappropriate given the child's experiences. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
There were lots of drug overdoses in Baltimore yesterday, all at once.
Baltimore officials haven't said what type of drug was involved, and no deaths have been reported, but 25 people were hospitalized in the suspected mass overdose. The first report came in around 9 a.m. Thursday, and Baltimore City fire crews arrived to find reports of more unconscious people, prompting a search of alleys, subway platforms, and homes for more patients. More than a dozen medic units were called in to take victims to area hospitals, some in critical condition. It came a day after Baltimore City Council members held their first public hearing on the city's drug crisis, and follows reporting last year from the Baltimore Banner that examined the city's drug overdose crisis, which is the worst in the U.S. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Gas prices at $2.99 a gallon this morning, says Gas Buddy, across Indianapolis. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Pacers opened up Summer League play with a win, helped by plays like this.
Tyson loses it. Peter takes advantage. Peter in the open court dunks it, and the Pacers lead by one. 55 and a half seconds to go.
NBA TV on the call as Taylon Peters' slam dunk gives the Pacers a 112-111 win. They're back at it in Summer League play in Vegas tomorrow against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Snapping a two-game losing streak is the goal for the Indiana Fever as they host the Atlanta Dream tonight.
Everyone saw that we kind of got some flow when Kate was hurt and our offense was clicking, but now we have to have a new offense when she's in there because she just brings that much to the game, and so we have to adjust.
That's Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham talking about playing with and without Caitlin Clark, who missed several games with the groin injury up until she returned Wednesday. Tip-off tonight at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, 7:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:35, traffic on the fives. What are you watching for us, Matt Bear?
All right, Ryan, inbound 69 slow, 106, 282nd. Northbound 65 slow from the north split out to west, and southbound 65 70 slow from the north split down to the south split. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now with Dream Baths by B. Get 2 bathroom remodels for the price of 1, plus a free entry door in 24 months, same as cash with 0 interest. Trust your local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
74 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Offer ends September 1st. IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What is going on? Dow futures down 290. NASDAQ futures down 126. I'll tell you why in a moment. Oil prices down a little, $67.35 on the West Texas crude, back under 70 at $69.36 on the Brent crude. The 10-year Treasury at 4.385%. Why the market down after it has hit some all-time highs? Trump putting a 35% tariff on Canada starting August 1st. And if Canada responds with a reciprocal tariff, it'll be 35% on top of those. This, according to President Trump, is because of fentanyl. Remember, tariffs are as much a tool of economics as they are politics. Of course they are. Tariffs are a tool of politics. So this move, of course, is driving the market nuts. Now, there is an improper reaction to this, and that improper reaction, as always, belongs to MSNBC. I mean, what else could they do?
Jen, we have some breaking Trump illegal and unconstitutional tariff news. During your hour, Donald Trump decided that Canada, for no sane reason, should now be hit, all goods coming from Canada, with an additional 35% tariff. And this is one of the many that Donald Trump, according to these letters he's sending around to different countries, will, as he threatens, start on August 1st. So that gives Donald Trump about 20 days to cave on this and to become, the Donald Trump, the Trump always chickens out guy, the taco guy that Wall Street believes he is.
First things first, the taco days are over after the hit on the Iranian nuclear facilities. So the term had a purpose. He'll say something and then don't do it. Trump always chickens out. Taco, that's over. But nice effort there. Secondly, things could change within the 20 days. But we now all see how he works and how he operates. Say you're going to do something, try and get something done, delay on doing something. Keep people off base, keep them guessing which way it's going to happen. That's what he does. That's why even when the tariffs were put on Japan and South Korea, the market took a dip for a little bit and then it hit an all-time high. I don't think the market is the perfect indicator of the economy. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that everyone is now getting to understand the game. I mean, you've got tariffs now on Brazil because of the trial against Bolsonaro. Again, talking about how tariffs are political. The argument from MSNBC doesn't actually hold. The argument of, man, this stuff is just, you can't keep up. There's no understanding why it's taking place. There is no rationalized thought that goes through the entire subject of tariffs. There isn't. There's where Trump feels at any one moment and what he thinks might help with some level of leverage. The only thing I can do now is say, all right, how does this work out? Am I a fan? No, you know this already. The only thing right now saving Trump on this whole tariff conversation is that the add to inflation hasn't been existent. That is some good fortune right there. The inflation still goes down as cash has moved out of the system, and maybe we have done a little less spending. This is why Trump wants to utilize this moment to have interest rates reduced at a large measure. Jerome Powell has not been there for that, the chairman of the Federal Reserve. Trump is calling for him to be moved aside, although he hasn't moved him aside yet. And there are others who are doing the same thing. As we know, the long knives are out for Jerome Powell. This was Senator Bernie Moreno of Ohio. Clearly, your relationship with the president, your inaction on rates, and your mismanagement of the Federal Reserve balance sheet all lead to an obvious conclusion. You should resign immediately and allow the president the deference to select someone he feels can make the changes needed to restore credibility of the Federal Reserve system. Damn. Also, your mom's a skank. I don't know if that actually made it to the final draft of the letter. That was in the original draft, though, from Senator Bernie Moreno. That's fact. That's just science. The long knives are out, and I don't know how much longer Jerome Powell wants it. Is there going to be a cut? Well, yeah, there's going to be a cut that comes. It isn't going to be what Moreno and President Trump want. It isn't going to be 1+%. It's just not going to be that. The only thing that has worked so far in this tariffs for Trump is that the inflation has not gone up. That has been outrageously helpful to his cause. Actual deals that make a difference? Now, we haven't seen those yet. Tomorrow may bring something. The tariffs are on Canada as of August 1st. We'll see what happens between now and then. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
It's another week of this.
There's a very good chance that we'll have a settlement.
And another day for this.
Water rose 28 foot in 45 minutes.
Plus, another possibility of this.
Monitor the weather condition, the National Weather Service.
That's why Another update is just minutes away.
Start saying we're not taking this anymore.
Just another day. Not with all this happening every day.
Happening now.
93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Greetings from R&R Agency, your Indiana health insurance pros, and a sincere thank you to our loyal customers for helping us to another record year. We recently saved a 62-year-old retiring couple over $800 monthly when compared to their COBRA offerings. We recently saved a family of 4 over $400 monthly when compared to their $7,500 deductible program on the ACA, and you know that's still Obamacare. We recently saved a small 4-man manufacturing company over $1,000 monthly and gave them better coverage. We feature coverages guaranteed to age 65, low out-of-pocket expenses, the largest networks in the country, and you can sign up anytime. If you are retiring early, self-employed, or need coverage for your small group, call us at 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. If you don't call us, we can't help you. What do you got to lose? Call us 317-563-0868 or go to rragency.org. As always, God bless America, common sense government, and peace too strict.
I've had my Window Nation windows installed for a couple of years now, and my air conditioner is no longer working overtime in the summer. And these are the dog days of summer, but if your windows are old and drafty, time for some new Window Nation windows. Check it out, 50% off all Windows styles plus 0 interest for 5 whole years. All the details at windownation.com.
And when Window Nation comes out to your house, they are bringing the best of the best. A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, and their staff, years of experience. And look, when we have a heat wave like we had recently, I think you understand how important it is to have good windows that keep the blistering hot out and your perfect climate inside. 50% off all window styles. Any style at all, 0 interest until 2030. 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear, WIBC Traffic Center. What's happening?
All right, Tony, looking at eastbound 465, looking good right now. Keystone Avenue over to I-69. Northbound 65 on the south side slows from South Keystone to the south split. And again, from Michigan Street into the north split. And then northbound 65 out of the north split to Meridian Penn. That's stop and go. Reminder, this weekend starting tonight, 9 p.m., northbound 65 shutting down from 465 up to the south split because of construction. That stretch of northbound 65 will be closed all weekend until about 5 a.m. Monday morning, weather permitting, of course. Traffic sponsored by Indy Decorative Concrete. Make summer nights unforgettable with Indy Decorative Concrete. Get 50% off a stunning fire pit with their best stamped concrete patio package. Hurry. Offer ends September 1st. Visit IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 74 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:46.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could it be lower testosterone?
Lower T.
Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2.
Total T2, the new one I've seen on TV.
Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours.
It actually works?
I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I've got more energy, better results in the gym, and things are even better in the bedroom. Send them a text and get a complimentary bottle.
Text now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 testosterone brand at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. Text Rocky to 369-369. That's ROCKY to 369-369. Rocky to 369-369.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
July is here, so you know what that means. The golf outing powered by Franciscan Health is almost teeing off. Join us Thursday, August 7th at the Legends Golf Club in Franklin. Grab your crew for a day full of big swings and good times. Sign up now at 1075thefan.com.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
At Advent, we help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine.
by getting your nose and throat working with our unique Advent approach that you won't find elsewhere.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Oh, come on. Oh, I know this. I know this.
You want a hint?
Hold on. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here is how we play our game. Producer Carl has picked the television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. You know what? Start it from the beginning, Producer Carl. Start it from the beginning. See, for a second, that first note made me think it was Saved by the Bell. But it's not. I already said it's not. You don't need the buzz. Oh, my God.
Did you hear the car screeching in the background?
It's there. Hold on. Matt Bear wants me to phone a friend, so let's do that. Yeah. Matt Bear, what is this the theme to?
One more hint. Lieutenant Dangle.
Is this this is the theme to Reno 911?
There you go.
It's such a good show.
Oh, God, that was killing me. Good call. Good pull. There's a great story about that show. The original concept was put together by this comedy troupe, and they were pitching Fox TV, and they didn't really have anything, so they kind of invented this idea on the fly. And Fox said, "Yeah, let's do that." And then there were some changes, and Fox was like, we're not really that super interested. And then somebody else, so they ended up making a pilot. And the pilot sat on the shelf at Fox for 3 years. And then Comedy Central heard about the show and bought it. And that's how it happened. That's how I heard the story. Reno 911 is fantastic. Reno 911, Super Troopers. Are you a Super Troopers guy there, Matt Bear?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, grew up on that movie.
Reno 911 is very funny.
What was the one with Simon Pegg? It was really good. Simon Pegg was in a movie. It was about cops, and it was a spoof.
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz was amazing.
Yeah, Simon Pegg is very good. He also is Shaun of the Dead.
Yes. Yeah, that series.
Then he's in the Mission Impossible films.
Yeah.
He does a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. You know what? We should start making movies. How tough could it be?
I mean, we have the hellscape. If you want to look at some of the roads in Indianapolis,
I know. If we want to do like a whole show, like, hey, we're on the moon. Look at these craters.
Dystopian,
right? You want to do a show about dystopian nightmare? We'll just film a city county council meeting.
I'll just take you down Capitol Avenue.
That's it.
That's all you gotta do.
On Tony Katz today at noon, Griff Jenkins of Fox News scheduled to be with us, talk about these immigration raids, the attacks on immigration officials, and what moves may come from the White House. We'll have that story. And, of course, where was the other one I have? Oh, the DOJ with some subpoenas going on. Subpoenas of doctors who mutilated children under the false banner of gender-affirming care. Good. I'm absolutely overjoyed and thrilled to see it. Oh, well, the doctor said it had to be done. The doctor is not always correct. Rational thinking is correct. And mutilating children is pretty gross. And then there is a story about Michelle Obama. Her absolutely failed podcast based on what you would expect her popularity to deliver. And she's done a pretty good job of alienating audience because she comes across as incredibly hateful, like resentful of many, many things. But she brought up a story, and the headline over at PJ Media, and I know the guy who wrote it, Matt, and I think he's a good guy. He writes, "Is this the most disgusting thing Michelle Obama has ever said?" I don't know. I don't know if this is obscene or if this is honest, and she's just very bad at expressing herself. I'm going to share the story with you. It's about children. I'm going to share the story with you, and then you will decide. I will have that for you at noon. We will get into all that. And, the NEA and the undercover video about how they believe in diversity and inclusion unless you're part of this one group. I've got that as well from Corey DeAngelis. So tune in at noon. A lot to get to. Kendall and Casey are up next. Matt Bear, though, has traffic.
Northbound 65 slows out of the North Split to Meridian.